Alright, we're looking at problem 4 using a rational expression. Shopping. You are choosing between two wastebaskets that have the shape of the figures at the right. Here are the two figures. They both have the same volume, so V is equal to the same for here and here. What is the height H of the rectangular wastebasket, giving your answer in terms of A? So for a wastebasket, rectangular, volume is basically the length times width times height. Since this is a square, this is the area of the base, that's what they have here, times the height. So length times width times height, or the area of the base times the height. The volume of a cylinder is pi r squared h, and our height instead of h is going to be 2a plus 8 right here. And our radius they give us is a, and they want our answer in terms of a as well. So volume, if we plug everything in, will be pi a squared times 2a plus 8. And we can multiply that through, but I think it's best to leave it like this. Alright, and so the volume of our rectangular wastebasket will be V equals BH, and so to find H, it'll be just V over B. And we know our B is just 2a times 2a, which is 4a squared. Okay, so if I plug in the volume here, that they're equal to each other, we can plug in pi a squared times 2a plus 8, all divided by our base area, which is 4a squared. And so 2a and 8, I can pull out a 2, and I'm left with a plus 4, excuse me. And so my 2 can cross out a 2 from this 4, and I'm left with just 2 at the bottom. I have an a squared on both top and bottom that can cancel out. And so I'm left with pi times a plus 4 divided by 2. So the height of the rectangular prism is pi times a plus 4 divided by 2. Let's look at the guided now. It says a square has a side length of 6x plus 2. A rectangle with width 3x plus 1 has the same area as the square. What is the length of the rectangle? So I've written it here on my whiteboard. I know the area of a rectangle is length times width. The area of my square is just side squared. So let's find that real quick. So 6x plus 2 squared. And that's going to give me, I can use the formula or I can multiply it out. Let's multiply it out. So I get 6x times 6x is 36x squared. 6x times 2 is 12x. 2 times 6x is 12x. And 2 times 2 is 4. So I get 36x squared plus 24x plus 4 is my area. Okay, and so I have, if I want to find the length, I know that's going to be area divided both sides by W is going to be area over width. So I know my area and I know my width. And I think that I shouldn't have multiplied it out. That was a waste of time. I wish someone was here to tell me. So I should have just written it as 6x plus 2 times 6x plus 2 as my area over my width, which was 3x plus 1. And that's going to give me my length. I can reduce this. I sure can, because my 6x plus 2 has a common factor of 2. So I can pull out a 2, and I get 3x plus 1 here. I can pull out a 2 here, and that gives me 3x plus 1 here, all over 3x plus 1. So one of my 3x's plus 1 cancel out, and I'm left with 4 times 3x plus 1. So my length, let's get rid of some of this, has to be 4 times 3x plus 1. I can multiply it out if I want to, or leave it like that. But if I multiply it out, I get 12x plus 4. Okay. Suppose the dimensions of the wastebasket in problem 4 are measured in feet. Is it possible for the height of the rectangular wastebasket to be 1 feet? What are the possible heights? Explain. Let me clear this out. So let's okay, so if I have my height, let's say 1 is equal to pi times 8 plus 4 all over 2. And I want to know, can it equal to 1? Let's see. So if I multiply that, I get 2 is equal to pi times a plus 4. Okay, and so I divide both sides by pi. We'll leave it like that for now. So I get 2 over pi equals a plus 4. So I subtract 4 from both sides, and I get 2 over pi minus 4 equals a. We know a can't be negative, so let's see what this value is. If it's negative, we can't have it. So let's do 2 divided by pi minus 4. It's a negative value, so it cannot be 1. Okay, so what are the possible values of the height? Well, the smallest value that we can have for a is 0. It can't be negative. It has to be greater than 0 actually. So not actually 0, but anything greater than 0. So if I plug in a 0 for my a, because it can't actually be 0, because if I look, that's actually one of the excluded values if you see here, because it's in my denominator, so I can't actually put a 0, but 0 can be the lowest value. So let's see, h, if I put in 0, I get pi 4 over 2, which is 2 pi. So h has to be greater than 2 pi. Has to be h greater than 2 pi. I hope this helps.